Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build any character. If you find this guide useful at any time, consider subscribing. I'm almost at 1K subs. I'm almost monetized. So, it would be nice to make like a single penny off this game. But the first step to figuring out how you build your characters is figuring out what the base of the characters is, and then what their set bonuses are, and then working around the gear bonuses to figure out what best helps you reach the cap or just get to the cap without exceeding it. Also, when it comes to epic gear rolls, I hear a lot of people say attack. You don't want attack, you want percentage stats. Crit chance, defense, fast attack chance. The reason for this is disproportional values. A maxed out epic roll is almost 27%, but a maxed out rare chance effect roll is 19. So that's almost like a 50% bonus, but with attack, you're only getting like a 25% bonus because a rare attack here is 310, but a epic attack is 395, which is only about a 25% bonus, which is why you don't want that. The only situation where you would want attack on the epic roll is if you've already maxed out the percentage stats for everything else. Other things to note are when it comes to defense and crit chance, you never want more than one epic defense or crit chance roll because the base effect of the gears, so the headpiece is always defense, and the crit chance piece is always crit chance, the fifth piece. And if you have two crit chance rolls, that's 27, 27, 27, which is 81. And that exceeds the cap. You can get 74, 75% crit chance, which is the cap, with just the base effect, one epic roll, and one rare roll. Also, when it comes to fast attack, you want to max out the fast attack on the gears. You can't get fast attack on the talents. Armor Pierce is talent exclusive. Fast attack chance is gear exclusive. I always get my fast attack from, what's it called? I get 2 epic rolls, and then I get 1 rare roll if they have no set defense bonus. And then once my epic rolls are sorted, I kind of work around it. I'm like, all right, now I know she's got 5% base defense. Her set gives her 20, it gives her 15, so she has 20% base defense. The maxed out first piece of gear is going to give her 27, that's 47. And then the epic defense, once maxed out, is going to give her another 27. So that pushes her up to 74, 75, which is the defense cap. If this is a little confusing, please do let me know in the comments. I'm trying my best to explain it, and I'm trying to show you as well. But, yeah. Another thing to note is, I always build my characters to be hybrid builds. It's I would rather have max defense on every character instead of an extra 1,000 attack. It's just kind of a safety precaution, and also, because I'm more a solo raid player than I am a League Invasion player, I think it's a lot more beneficial to have defense in the case that, you get super moved and might need some extra defense. It's very rare that I actually see, 1,000 attack being the difference between one-shotting and not one-shotting, especially with higher passive stats. So now I'm just looking for, okay, I know that I've, hit max crit chance, I've hit max defense because of the base effect, and because of the epic rolls, so now I'm just looking for whatever I can swap out. As for the talents, some people will go some extra percentage stuff on, their talents, some crit chance, some crit damage. Generally speaking, I just kind of go with whatever I get on the talents. If I get an epic crit chance, I might look to changing one of the crit gear rerolls to damage or something. But most of the time, I always max out my percentage stats, on the gear rolls, and then I put max armor pierce, max resistance on the talents. That's generally speaking how I do it. I'm not saying that's the best way or the only way, but that's just how I historically have done things. That's how I roll. Now you can see here with the build, I'm not at max anything, but her gears are level 75, so when I get them to level 80, which I'm eventually going to do for every character, they will be at the cap. Here you can see with Batman Ninja Catwoman, everything is basically at the cap. There you can see she has a little bit of base, what's it called? Fast attack, so I have only 1 epic roll, 2 rare rolls instead of my normal 2 epics, 1 rare. And you can see I have max armor pierce and max resistances on her. When it comes to crit damage, the way that I do crit damage is like this. If the character has like 170, which some characters do, I do 3 rare rolls, If they have 150, which is the base crit chance for most characters, there are some exceptions, then I do 1 epic, 2 rares. And mathematically, that is like 301.8. Also, if a character has base 10 crit chance or base 10 defense, I only ever put 2 crit chance rolls on them. The reason for that is 10% base, 27% base effect, 37%, 19 from a maxed out rare roll, 19 plus 19, 38, 38 plus 37, 75. Now, there are some exceptions. Here, with Multiverse Armored Supergirl, she's a very unique case. Because you don't really need most of the stats here, but at the same time, the bonus that you get from epic attack is so low, it's just not even worth it. So I have a very unique build on her. I have 10% attack on her, I have 2 rolls of defense on her, and then I have maxed out resistances just in case something goes wrong. And here, I have 1 rare fast attack roll and 2 epic fast attacks, because the percentage stats just give you so much more value. So I have 2 lethal rolls, just sometimes something might crit and not lethal. 2 fast attack rolls, just because, you never know when I might need to combo or do a couple basic hits. And 1 crit chance roll, because she has the special 3, which basically maxes out her crit damage if you pair her with Multiverse the Flash. And she can give herself max crit chance by proccing the special 3. And if you're wondering, oh, why didn't you go with a legendary, crit chance roll? Value-wise, the 10% attack is better. It is. That's 667 attack. A epic gear roll on the crit chance would be 400 and something. So, yes, the 10% attack is actually higher value. Here, you will notice my build for Multiverse the Flash is a very unique one. He's missing crit damage, and that's because his passive gives him max crit damage. And I also have no crit chance on him. I haven't put any crit chance on him because he has 52% base crit chance because of his passive. I tested it. It doesn't work for just him. It works for it doesn't work for just his teammate. It works for just him. It applies to him as well. So he has max crit chance without you ever needing to put any crit chance rolls on him. The base effect from the 5th gear slot and the the passive are enough. I'm sorry if I'm tripping over my words. I'm trying to explain a lot here. So here, I just got a crit challenge. I just got an epic lethal roll, and I went, all right, sure, why not? Usually, I would go for 3 lethals, rare lethals, but he's a metahuman character. He actually has, insane lethal damage, so. And, yeah, I have max armor pierce on him, because, why not? So here, the 5% defense is a really weird one. It just means that he'll be able to get to 75% cap. If he doesn't have any base, he'll have 73.8. Again, you see the crit chance is 10% base, so that means I do 2 rare gear rolls. Fast attack chance, I again do 2 epic talent rolls and then 1 rare talent roll. And because I have some leftover stuff, I throw on attack. I only put epic attack on when I literally don't need any other percentage stats. Now, my Batman Ninja Batman is kind of a hybrid build. I have max resistances on him. I have max armor pierce on him. I have max defense on him. Again, I just like hybrid characters. I don't know, I feel uneasy making a glass cannon build. Now, EPI. Again, EPI, 150% base, so 2 epic gear rolls, 2 rare gear rolls, I'm sorry. The talents are epic, but the gear rolls are rare. It's so weird. But yeah, so she has no base fast attack, so again, 2 epics, 1 rare. She has no base defense, so 1 epic defense roll, base effect, 1 rare defense roll. I have max resistances on her. I have an epic lethal because she's a metahuman character, so I'm like, maybe that extra % might matter. It probably won't, but like the attack bonus is just so small, it's not worth it. So yeah, I mean, that's generally speaking how I build my gold characters. It's really just what is the set bonus, what are their based, and how do we get to the cap without like exceeding it or just barely exceeding it. And the way that I have found that is best for that is percentage stats on the epic rolls, whatever's left over, epic attack, and then try your best to fill the other slots up. So now we have a legendary character, Peacemaker. I'm like, all right, I know his base. I know he needs 2 epic fast attacks. The game has been really nice to me. I got them both on the first roll. So I know I'm good with epic fast attack now. Let's see if we can get something else. I also never go for resistances on my epic talents. On my epic gear rolls, because I get them from epic talents, because value-wise, getting the resistances from talents is better. When it comes to gear rolls, resistances on gears only apply to one thing, but talents apply to all. Like talents apply to all 3 resistances, and they're also just the most common talent I've noticed. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. I'm trying to record this before my roommate comes back. Yeah. So again, normally I wouldn't go with lethal chance, but he's a weird case. He has 10% base, and lethal only goes up to 60%. It doesn't go up to 75%, which is insanely weird. Yeah, so, like, just re-rolling until we got something good. I go for the attack for now, just because it's better than what I have. And now I'm like, all right, let's take a look at everything else. Let's take a look at where I'm standing at. I think I'm looking for anything I can remove at this point. Like, I don't know what I was thinking when I was doing this build. I'm not gonna lie. I think I was focused on something else. Oh, I think I was looking for any excess fast attack chance, because I'm like, all right, I have 2 epics. I have 1 rare fast attack. Is there any extra fast attack here that I just don't need anymore? I select the defense. You can see that I'm like, all right, I'm missing defense because the threat goes up. Do not treat threat as gospel. Just because a character has lower threat does not mean they are less effective. Threat is just like a general guideline. A 100k threat character is going to be weaker than a 1,000,000 threat character. But threat is not gospel, all right? And I throw some health on because, well, I'm like, Peacemaker isn't really a damage dealer. He's more of a support character, probably needs to survive. I'm like, all right, I need 1 more crit attack roll. Fast attack chance is, crit damage roll, excuse me. Fast attack is sorted. And defense is sorted. I was doing the math in my head. Lethal is sorted, but it's excessive. So I'm like, all right. I can swap out a lethal. I need another crit damage. I'm just figuring out, like, all right, what do I actually need to keep? What do I actually need to exchange here? So I'm just looking for what actually needs to be swapped. So I find the lethal. And, like, this is in real time. So, like, I was building the character, like, at the time. So it's a little messy. It's not all right, we get this, bing, bam, boom. I was actually like, all right, what do I actually have to do here? But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how many of you guys are going to find this video useful. I don't know if I explained everything super well, but I started with a gold character because most people are probably looking at gold characters versus silvers or legendaries, and then I do a legendary character, and then I do a silver character later on. To get you guys all 3 of the rarities and show you, like, how it's, for the most part, similar, but there are some differences. 15 and 5 are weird numbers to work with, because I'm doing the math in my head here. And that is, like, 80% defense, and I just don't know what to do with that. Because If it was 10%, then I know, oh, I could just put 2 rare rolls on it and not have to worry about it, and it will be perfectly 75. But he's got quite high. It's quite high, so I was like, it's fine. I'll just let it be, like, exceed the cap. It's not the end of the world. And I get epic attack because at this point I'm like, all right, I know that when the gears are level 80, everything will be maxed out. It's not at this point, but Peacemaker isn't a damage dealer. I'm not too worried about building him. And I'm at the point where I can really just build whoever I want. Also, I got 10% attack. It's just what I got first roll. It doesn't really need it, but, I mean, hey, look, the talent system sucks so much, I don't even care. I'll take it. So, we got Silver Superman here who needs a nerf. I'm sorry, but the 50% chance to ignore basic attack damage, and the fact that he doesn't even get staggered, so he could literally not get, he could literally not be affected and then beat you up, even though you did literally nothing wrong. It's just not fair, man. It's just so not fair. So anyway, so now I'm like, all right, let's look at what the rare things are here. What can we, well, not the rare. I'm sorry. I'm distracted. I'm trying to check a bunch of other stuff as well. But I went, all right, we're going to go health. It's what I got for the epic talent. So, epic gear roll. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm tired, all right? And it's so weird because the gear rolls are rare and epic, and then the talents are epic and legendary. It makes no sense. It's so weird. So I skip over the lethal chance just because I'm going to get the lethal from 3 rare gear rolls, and lethal is not that important. Most characters don't have lethal damage like the metahuman characters do, but yeah. So here, because Silver Superman is one of the older he's a silver character. He was a character at launch. The older characters don't really have bases, like base stats. Newer legendaries especially have very high base stuff. So I know, all right, Superman is probably going to need an epic percentage stat on all of his 4th gear rolls. I don't need defense. I do need fast attack chance. Again, it's still the same philosophy, though. If he has 0 base defense, I know 27% base from the 5th gear, from the 1st gear slot, 1 epic, 1 rare. For fast attack, 2 fast attack epics, 1 fast attack rare, unless they have some kind of base. Crit damage, I always do 1 epic, 2 rares. If they have 150, I do 3 rares. If they have 170, if they have 175, I do 2 epic crit damages. Crit damage is a really weird one because it's a percentage stat, but it follows the health and damage model where it's only a 1.25 increase instead of the 1.5 increase. So yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if I explained the best here. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Maybe you guys want to see a very specific character. If so, let me know who. I'd make a video on it. But at this rate, I'm like, oh yeah, 71.6 fast attack chance. I know that will be 75 when I get the gears to max level. His defense is pretty much set. I know it's going to be like 73.8, which is basically the cap of 75. I know that the crit damage will become 300, and I'm like, all right, now all that matters is I have 1 extra crit chance roll. We can convert that to health or damage. In Superman's case, you could make a little bit of exceptions with the talents. You could go max resistances on the talent. You could go crit damage on the talent. You could go crit chance on the talent. But generally speaking, to cover all bases, I do percentage stats on the gear rolls. Anything left over, I go health or damage. For talents, I do max armor pierce and max resistances because you get the most out of resistances because you get 3 and 1, and armor pierce because armor pierce is exclusive to talent, but not all characters need armor pierce. I just kind of do it because I'm like, well, Superman here is probably going to be used in defensive teams, so the armor pierce might catch some people off guard. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will hopefully see you in another one. Bye!